Hello again. In the previous video, I demonstrated how to create a data enrichment pull endpoint using an HTTPS URL. In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to create a second pull job, but now the source would be an SFTP server. So I'm going to log in the dev environment from the editor role, and I'm going to navigate to the data enrichment and create a new enrichment job. I'll select pull and then input the connector name. So I'm going to input sanctions list. I'm going to add a version here. And the source would be SFTP. And as you can see, the fields are a bit different this time than when I selected the HTTPS. So let's go through these fields one by one. Let me just input the description. Perfect. And I'm going to tag a cron job that would execute this periodically, and I would select the runs every minute one that I created in the cron job video. For the host, I'm going to input the IP of the SFTP that we'll be fetching from. And I'm going to input the port. Okay, so now for the authentication types, we have two authentication types. I'm going to be using the username and password for this one, but just to briefly show the other authentication type, if I select the username and private key, the form updates to accept a private key value instead of a password. This would be the more secure option for SFTP connections, but yeah, I won't create a full job with both of the authentication types. I'm just going to use the username and password for this one. So yes, I'm just going to use the username and private key. I'm going to add the private key here. Username would be Molly. Yeah, and I'll input the file path here as well. Right, so it gives an error that the JSON does not match the selected format CSV, which is here, which is the default selected option. So I'm going to select JSON here. So the error is now gone. Then I'm going to specify the target table that the data would land in. So I'm going to name it as sanctions data SFTP. All right, and I'm going to append to the existing data that we have. So yeah, this is pretty much the configuration for creating an enrichment endpoint sourcing data from an SFTP server. So I'm going to save and next, and I'm going to view the summary of it, and I'm going to create the endpoint. Perfect. So now the endpoint has been created for the editor role, and the editor can now choose to send it for approval. And this would basically be running in the same way. Like the workflow would be the same as we demonstrated to you in the video for the DE pull job using HTTPS URL. So yeah, you can follow the same process, and you can end up deploying this enrichment endpoint as well, where the data would be fetched periodically from an SFTP server. So yeah, thanks. That's it for this video. Thank you.